Okay, I guess I am back to life. Super amazing. So, as I was saying, let me make my picture on the top left of, yes, because I am sure you are not seeing me clearly. So let me do that first. Yes. Look, as I was showing from the start, the listening module, as you go on with the book, the Baron book, you will find out that there are skills. Let me zoom that for you. You will find so much skills. Now, this is what I love about IELTS, because it's a skill. Learning a language. Learning a language is a skill. I was looking here. So, language learning is actually a skill that you like. It's like if you don't have that skill, you train yourself to be better and better and better. So this is the listening skills. When you find the book, it's very interesting. We will just like fast into them. But first, let me continue my tips so that you can have a full view of everything in IELTS. So we were talking about a practicing test on BBC and changes. Yes, be aware of changes. Now, this is as important as it is for you to trying to understand what's going on in the audio file. So when you continue the listening part, sometimes it changes very fast. How? For example, I am calling someone, hey, how are you? Hopefully you're good and everything. I am giving you now the number of my friend. Please call him. And I will start to say like 05439990. Oh, sorry, it's 45. Now, this is the changes I am talking about in the listening part. Your listening is perfect. You have no problem there. But when you listen, you must write because you will listen once. But sometimes you have to put yourself a cue where you can start. So it's very easy for you. I am seeing someone here telling that this is elementary. Well, I am sure it is not elementary. It is IELTS. Can you see it? Yes, it is IELTS. So you have to be aware of the changes. Like listen, wait, try to write. You know, like you can order paper and you can write little on it and try to understand and after fully write. Because sometimes that's the tricky part. Sometimes the audio changes. Like this is my friend number, but okay, now we changing the number. So it's like this. Now 8, a group of numbers. I don't know about you guys, but that's a dilemma for some of the students. They find it very hard to keep up and continue writing the letters. So we have 0, 4, 3, 2, double sevens, double O's, double. This is the way they read it is quite stressful for us to write. But if you have enough of practice to listen to so much numbers, a group of numbers, and understand how they pronounce them, different accents, British accent, where if you have 0, 0, they will not be like 0, 0. Double O's, or double sevens, or double 8, or let's say we have numbers where you can read them like this. So let's say we have, I don't have any paper here to, let's say you have the number 1990. 1990. There is so much ways I can read this number. I can read it as 1990, which is not impossible because they don't use that much. But I can read it as 1990. 1990. Or in case there is like 1900, you can pronounce it like this, 1900 or 1900. So you have to get your ears prepared for such kind of challenges when it comes to the listening part. Moving swiftly on, number 9, we've got, those are, you don't think they are tricky, but they are tricky. So you have 13 and 30. 13 and 30. Now, those are mixing. 14, 40. 15, 50. It's very mixing, and sometimes you hear the numbers and so much numbers, and with that numbers you just get confused and mixed. Like, what the hell did he say? Is it that 13 or 30? So you have to be very calm and relaxed, and you have to understand that 13 is a bit long. 13, 13. While 30 is a small, like 30. 13, 30. 13, 30. 13, 30. 13, 30. 13, 30. I am sure you will find a difference there, because the 13 is a bit long and 30 is short if you look into it. Now we're jumping to 10. Handwriting. Handwriting. Guys, you have to understand something. When examiner check the papers, your paper, your answer papers, and I see your writing is messy, it's like up and down, and like it's like a signature, you can't do that. No, you have to be sure that your handwriting gets better. Practice, read, write, try to practice, make yourself writing novels, essays. If you are a big fan of poetry, maybe you can write poetry. Practice. Your hand must be very flexible. Guys, I really need to understand your handwriting. And in the same time, when you erase neatly. Erase, be clean when you erase. We have some erasers. This is from memory stick. Never mind. But when you erase, be careful to look. Don't just erase and flip it. You have to be careful. Everything or anything I don't understand, it will be cross. So your handwriting, and you should erase very neatly, and you must be careful with that. Okay, practice. The best way for that is practicing. That's very important. Now we are jumping to 11. 11. This is the last tip we've got for you today for the listening part. Hopefully we can jump to the reading. We have time. We can jump to the reading part and discuss it. And next week we can talk about writing and speaking. Moving forward, 11. Spell your name or street. Spelling name or a street name or anything. Spelling the letters, fellas. In Turkish, it's harf, I think. So the letters, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be very sure that you don't mixing your own letters, wherever it was, like, are you from China letters? It will not mix, I'm sure. Turkish, as here, you have to understand Turkish is far away from English. You have to understand that. And during my classroom that I took, I noticed that students mix with the letters. You have the letter I, E, A, Q, G. Sometimes they mix with the C, because the C in Turkish is J, so it's mixing, so you have to get rid of that mixing. Try to make yourself capable to differentiate between those two package of letters, Turkish and English, because it's quite different. And by the way, in Turkish, there is so much English letters which are not exist. For example, I believe X. The letter X is not in Turkish alphabets. I don't think so. So you have to be very careful with your spelling. For example, sometimes the spelling can be very awkward, very odd, very strange when it comes to the spelling of the words. Let's say you have a website, so he will go like www.justenglishTR.com. So when he spell it, be careful. He will say it actually 2 times. First time, all of it. So www.justenglishturkey.com. Or in another way, this is the spelling part, so it's repeated 2 times for you. Though you have to get that part very clear. And the second one is www.justenglishTR.com. It will be the fast as it is now. And you have actually 3 times it will repeat it. First time, when they say it fast, like www.justenglishturkey.com or www.justenglish spelling JUST so on .com. The third time, you are spelling this website for another person. So the other person will repeat it back. So if you didn't hear first time, if you didn't hear second time, I am sure second time you write half of it. Third time, you will nail it. It will be perfect because the one who's receiving the website will inform you with the continuation. Okay, so it's JUSENGLISHTR. He will help you out. It will be repeated 3 times for you. You have to be careful with that. Now, on the other hand, you've got the street names. Street names can be awkward. Like, it's not awkward because your background, because where you come from. You are not familiar with the words or the street names in UK or in America or so on. Maybe you have little knowledge, but there is very strange words. Sometimes, let's say Charlestown, sometimes Charlestown, that's two names, and it's very easy to guess, predict before the spelling. You can know, like you can see in your mind, you can see the spelling Charlestown, and you know. And there is a strange street. The other day I was it's not quite strange, but it is for us. Borough Street. It's BOROUGH, and so on. So, you know, it's kind of tricky. And I have one of my students here, Mr. Berkar. I was surprised when I first hear Fifth Avenue. Well, sometimes it can be easy, sometimes it can be a little hard, and when it comes to IELTS, you must be prepared, sir. Yes. Now, sometimes the tone of the voice can make difference. What do I mean by that? Hopefully you can see that. I have to check my camera. My camera is not working, I guess. So, if you can see this chart, you will understand that, let me check, you will understand that this is the tone of the voice. This is the tone of the voice. Your voice is high or low, so it depends sometimes on your mood or anything. So this makes you very comfortable. Here, the excitement, sometimes you hear them when they are excited, they speak a bit loud, you know. And here, this is E, stand for excitement, and here is D, stand for disappointment. So sometimes you will be mixed with those because sometimes there is a sentence and sometimes there is negative, not, N-O-T. So when you hear, try to hear carefully. Some people get excited and completely, there is not, but you can't hear it because it's very up. He's very excited, like, we're not going to do something like this. We're not going to. And you are not noticing. Sometimes you are stressed of the exam. You can't catch that. And sometimes there is disappointment. And this disappointment, the sound goes little low. So sometimes you wonder, what is that? The prediction here plays a great role. So excitement and disappointment, that's the tone of the voices. You have to be very careful with that because trust me, listening needs you to watch a lot of things. Because we are now almost finished, I want to share with you a few programs, a few shows that I need you to go and check them out. Now, I don't know if you can see me clearly here, but I will do my best to show you the programs that you can see, and hopefully you can get right to it and start doing something about it because it's very important for you fellas. Let's go here, Chrome, and let's write here BBC Learning English. Here I will make my let's see, I will put my picture on this side because I am sure you can't see clearly. Now you have to understand something, guys. BBC Learning English, it's a great way to practice your English. You're going to tell me, you're going to tell me, oh, it is boring. I mean, come on. This is your goal. You want to accomplish, you want to achieve IELTS with very high score. You want to travel. For me, IELTS is passport. It's a passport. You can travel, you can study, you can do anything you want. So there is no place for getting bored or anything. So here you have multiple, and make sure to go to the playlist. The playlist is where you can find most of the videos, or all the videos actually, unless they didn't put it in the playlist. And here are, you can check British chat, real people, real conversation. Try to listen to that. Try to understand that. There is something that so much students are having lack of. Explore. Before I open the sound, I need you to explore the YouTube. When you listen to videos, there is so much things to help you out with your listening. Let's say, open the sound. I don't know why there is no sound. I think I muted here. Give me a sec. Yes. So,
Oh my god!
British people.
oh, there is no sound. Okay. Never mind. I will show you something very fast. Never mind the sound. Fellas, what the hell happened? Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Guys, besides the listening to those videos, there is a subtitle here. Can you check this? I'm pointing with my finger. You can't see my finger. So the title here, as you see, I am scrolling all over around it. Subtitle is important too. Make sure to combine your listening with your visual. You need to be sure that you listen and read, because after that you need to repeat. There is so much things here. For example, let's say British Council, British Learning English, British Council. They have that. They have the subtitle part. But let's try a late night show. Let's say, let's go for Jimmy Kimmel. As you see, it is in a blue color because those are my favorite shows. So Jimmy Kimmel here. Let's say he's in quarantine time, by the way. So his videos all in indoors, in home. So let's say we open this video. You see, this video is American. I'm not telling you it's not going to help you. It will help you out. But you need to understand also the listening part. Some words are very tricky. Now, I want to tell you something. Learning English, BBC Learning English, or BBC English British Council. If you search, you can find tests and everything. Can you check down here? This is... Can you check this one? Here, when you press it... Okay. Let's try something. Open the sound.
Molly and I have a baby on the way. We don't know the baby. Thank you. The baby's gender. We like
the subtitle. You need to open the subtitle part here. It will help you to not get bored. If you are telling me I am listening, but I understand nothing, well, it's a process. You need to take it step by step so that you can understand. This is my weird example of it. You know, we are hungry. We are completely hungry. And when we get hungry, we need to fill our tummies. We need to eat. So you need to grab food and eat so that you can feel very good and full and everything. Listening is the same. You have hunger for listening. You don't feel it, but you need it. İhtiyaç var. Yes, I know Turkish. Çok az Turkish. So you need the listening. So if in order to be full and you get your stomach, which is your ears, completely full, feeding your ears with listening parts. So until you get very full and you start to understand. It's exactly like eating. Your eyes too. You need to look at words and the shape of the words so that you can memorize them. We have, in general, we have to be very careful with that, and in general you need to feed all your senses, like listening, speaking, your visual, when you look, those all, if we feed them correctly, I can make sure that you are going to be able to understand a native English speaker. Yes, sir. Now, there is so much shows, but my favorite is Oliver. John Oliver is my favorite. He's a British, and you are going to have so much fun with this man. This man is amazing. John Oliver, guys. John Oliver. Now, if you check here all, those are my videos that I am watching. Yes, I am teacher. Yes. Before, I was practicing on this. But after, I started to listen to them and have fun. So the first part is the hard part. So when you get first to those shows, you get a bit irritated, you get angry sometimes, frustrated and everything, but I'm trying here to help you out. Try to explore your capability. We have a very beautiful brain, guys. You can use it very wisely, very perfectly to understand what this man talking about. John Oliver, you have John Oliver, Graham Norton. John Oliver, Graham Norton, those are British, pure British. You can check their late night shows. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, what we have, Trevor Noah, I don't know, this guy's name is Seth Meyers. American shows so much, British shows little, but very good. And they are comedians, so you're going to have a lot of fun. So this is when it comes to understanding the culture and the whole idea of it. You need to make sure that you are capable of understanding a native English speaker, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have 30 minutes and let's see if there is a questions or not. Okay. Well, there is so much questions. I could not really answer them all. I am being sarcastic. I'm being funny. So there is no questions whatsoever. Anyway, moving forward. I think I'm going to discuss extra stuff for you when it comes to the listening part. Let's see. Let's go to Baron. Baron book. Let's see this part. Where is it? Baron book is very interesting. Now you're telling me why it's very interesting, sir. And I read one of the comments on our last live stream. They say, are you promoting the book? Why would I promote the book? This book for me is important. You can go figure. You can go Collins. You got Cambridge. You can take any source. You can take any book that you find it catchy. Good for you. This is the index we have here. And moving swiftly on, the introductions. Here in this book discusses what we talked about. He discusses the American English and the British English and everything, as you can see. Let me zoom to you so that you can see clearly. Let's see. American English, British English, and here you have the vocabularies that we were talking about. Maths, college major subject, city hall, town hall, pharmacy, chemist, parking garage, lot, car park, movies, film, and so on and so on. So this is British and English, and if you speak American, you can use anything you want, but people will know that you have something connected or related to British, because you are using the same words that they use in British vocabularies. So that will not be a problem, but you have to be aware of everything. Here we're talking about the prefixes, the starting. We didn't talk about the prefixes, what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I want to show you actually something when it comes to reading and to the listening part. Sorry, the listening part. Let's go. Bear with me, fellas. Bear with me. I'm right here. Let's go. Now, let's see. IELTS study contract. This contract, it's like a promise, a vow, a contract to yourself that I will commit to study, to read all this stuff. So you will find it in Baron book. The listening part, how many hours? Writing, how many? Speaking, how many? Hours a week, fellas. You can sign date. This is just a promise to yourself. Now, self-study. This is what I was talking about, videos and Graham Norton show, John Oliver, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, and so on. I need you to understand that. Let's see if that's clear for you guys, because I'm trying to zoom in for you so that you can understand it. And I'm hopefully I'm not blocking your vision. Self-study here. Look, self-study is important. I don't know. One of the students tell me the other day, or one of the teachers, I don't know, but we have to study at home. You see, when you go for school or course or anywhere you want to go, you need to understand something, which is when you do study on your own at home is better, because when you go to teacher or instructor, he's going to point out the important things for you, but you need to go and focus on in home. So it can be 50% instructor, 50% student, and we can go on and on with that, but you know, it's percentage, but it's half, kind of half. So self-study is essential, guys. Again, necessary. Listening, podcasts, look here, podcasts on the internet, you've got so much shows, right? Podcasts, you will find show. For example, for me, I love Gary V. He's an entrepreneur. He's a wine entrepreneur, and he speaks amazing. And his media team is quite fascinating when it comes to the stuff that they post and the subtitle and everything. CNN, BBC, NBC, ABC, CBS. Go figure. Go check them out, guys, because BBC, CNN. Extra vocabularies for you. News vocabularies, they are very important so that you can understand if you have a listening part about news or anything. YouTube, that is my favorite. Me and you know. By the way, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't know how you will get it, but you will find it somewhere. Anyway, YouTube is important. He give you a subtitle, as we saw before. CNN, BBC, radio now, not that much, but you can do that if you like. Movies and TV in English. Guys, I know you are a big fan of GOT, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, you've got Lord of the Rings. Those are all British. So I am sure you watch them all, but you are not recognizing that. So go check them out again. For me, I watch all Harry Potter. It's very amazing. Vocabularies, guys. British vocabularies, very important. Music. You must be a big fan of music. I mean, Turkey is the best place to listen and watch the view. So music is very important. Music, I recommend classic, old. like Queens, let's say Robbie Williams, Street Bag Boys, Westlife, Blue. They are amazing because their vocabularies, the words are very, very good. Speaking, okay, some of you have problem with that, but with practice, you know what I say to my students: yavaş yavaş, kelime kelime. Yavaş yavaş, kelime kelime. So be slow, and any vocabulary that you have a word, tell me. For example, if you want to go to a bus station, let's say, so you'll be like, go station bus or something like this. I will understand you, but that's the idea. When you speak in words like this, those are separate words, like go station bus. It's wrong, kinda. So I help you here. I want to go to the bus station. Now what you are lacking, prepositions and verbs. I will provide you with those. So if you don't know how to speak, communicate, try. I am sure for our students in Just English, you have that capability to communicate with native English speakers or non-natives communicating in English. This is very good for you. You can learn from them, you can communicate with them, and I am sure they have a big amount of patience, because that's what we are here for. We are here to prepare you to speak English good and, you know, enhance and become better. Here he's saying Skype to talk to English speakers, practice speaking with a buddy, you know, friend, and do it loud. Do it very loud. Writing we didn't discuss, reading we didn't discuss. Let's do like fast recap of writing, because I will do next week hopefully 1 hour for all the stuff together, so that we can start our journey. Writing, like when you listen, this is important. That's why I discussed listening in the first place. You see, listening can add knowledge to you, a knowledge that you will need when it comes to writing. When you write on a different kind of topics, you will need to have knowledge and information in any type of information. So you need to listen to so much stuff. Listen and watch, by the way. Listen and watch. It will be a little more fun for you. So writing will help you out to understand the how to write. The ideas about writing is connecting sentences. For example, we have to use adding to that, however, nevertheless. Those are the contrast and comparison connectors. In general, for conclusions, overall, generally, and so on. I can't remember them all right now, but so much things that you need for writing. And the best thing to help you about writing is reading. My God, IELTS is like a chain. If you look at it, everything helps you out with something else. If you want to write, you need to be sure that you read so much. Reading will help you out to see how the writer writes his paragraphs, how he starts, the headings, the endings, the paragraphs, the space, the little space between the paragraphs. We need to be very detailed and we need to be very specific. We have a question here. Mr. Ahmed. Mr. Ahmed. I am sure, I am positively, completely, utterly sure that you can find this book on Google search. Just write Barons, as you wrote it there. Barons, and you can find the CD, you can find everything that relates to that book, and it will be very satisfying for you, sir. Reading. Okay, reading is some people really hate reading. On the other hand, reading as listening, as writing adds so much to you. Reading, it will help you to make yourself prepared. If you read so much, you're going to be very powerful. And we know about so much people who read so much books, and now they are holding big companies, and they are owners, they are CEOs, and so on. So reading a newspaper, magazines, books. I prefer you read books that makes you comfortable, makes you happy. Your interests, your hobbies, what you like sport, fashion, go grab magazine, go grab books about fashion, and so on. And read and understand and remember, you will find different vocabularies in everything you read. So you need to be very sure, very positive of that. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Self-studies activities, as I mentioned, you can do so much things. Look, English will not be hard if you practice it the way you love it. Now let's take me for example. I love sports. I love news. Basically, I love everything. Oh my god. No, I'm joking. Yes, I love everything. Look, the way English should be is understanding what you love. Do you love, let's say you love news, yes? One of my students, very funny by the way, it's very interesting. He likes critics. Those guys who show on TV, they are talking about games. They are discussing basketball games. Who's the best player? They are basically a committee of 4 or 5 people. They are talking and discussing about football and stuff. If you like that, go check out. You will find them in English. If you like basketball, go check out. If you like celebrities, Hugh Jackman, Robert De Niro, everything that makes you, makes you very motivated to learn English, go check them out. It will not be a problem for you. Well, fellas, I will be sure to discuss the whole package for you. And like so much stuff I didn't discuss yet, we will discuss it hopefully next week on Sunday the same time. And yes, fellas, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, any questions you've got, any wonderings about any type of the stuff I discussed, make sure to comment on the live, below on the live, and I will try to find your comments and answer them. Thank you so much. Please have a spectacular, outstanding day, and stay healthy, wash your hands, stay home, be safe. God bless you and God bless us all. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I'm out. Here we go. Bye-bye.